Hello and welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is a reading for Cancer. Cancer, if this is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this reading is for you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything that you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading. So try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I'm merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at the Ace of Wands. Wow, strong, inspired energy right out of the gate. Oh, directly into the 10 of Pentacles. This is enough here for me to say, look, this is going to be really exciting. And there's going to be a lot of rewards, a lot of benefits, a lot of manifestation and abundance coming into your life. Okay? On this channel, I always talk about fire and earth, right? Manifesting our will, right? Manifesting our creativity. But let's put this into some context. That is really exceptional energy right there. That is extraordinary. Dove and Serpent spread. We're going to finish up Path of the Serpent here. Cancer, you always have these challenges with a little bit of this air energy. I gotta say, it's becoming a theme, right? But we'll deal with it. I think we're dealing with it slowly over time, and that's the way it should be. We're going to do our mystery card here with the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is one card. We select, we set it over here. We're going to put the lizard on top. And we're not going to look at that until the very end, okay? Hopefully that card will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need, at the end of the reading. So let's look around here, because as far as major arcana goes, we have yesterday and tomorrow. Right, major arcana. We have the Magician, we have the Moon. We've got some earth, we've got some fire and some air, we've got some water and some air over here. Challenges, but solutions too. Okay, and yes, I use solutions kind of as a pun because of the water energy. But this Ace of Wands, my goodness, this is a very creative time for you. I think that you're probably running into the problem of having too many great ideas, too many great ideas, too many, maybe business ideas, maybe projects that you want to work on, things that you feel such spiritual inspiration to do. I think you're really lit up, I think that, obviously we're in Cancer season at the time that I'm filming this, right? So you're either having a birthday now, today, tomorrow, or maybe it was yesterday. Happy birthday, Cancer. This is your birthday gift. And I think that you're someone who you kind of like to buy your own birthday gift, right? Not in a sad sack kind of way, but you love to take this opportunity because it feels like you're on such an exalted energy right now, that this is your time to figure out what you want and make it, create it, right? Manifest it. And I think you're getting that inspiration, you're getting that good idea, and you're going to manifest it. I think that there are a lot of blessings in your life. I think there's so much good stuff going on around you with friends, family, your work stuff, relationships, your spiritual quest. Everything just seems to be abundant and nurturing and supportive and loving. It really is a miraculous time, I think, for you, okay? But this is going to be very exciting. Having these two cards together shows, we're going from 1 to 10, for one thing. We're going from fire all the way to the crystallized, concrete, manifested earth energy. We're kind of doing it all. Right? This really represents all of the energy, right? The Ace of Fire, all the way down to the 10 of Earth, includes the entire spectrum of energy, okay? So this is unlimited creative potential for you. Whatever you decide to put your mind on, you're going to accomplish it in extraordinary ways, This is really something special. So what is it that you want? What do you want to do? What do you want for your birthday, Cancer? What do you want to create right now? Well, let's look at this Mercury energy. This is the Magician card. It's in the position of the recent past. This is yesterday, right? This is, I think, something that has been working in you for a while, right? And I say yesterday, but years, I think. You have been on this path of magic, right? Refining your magic. You have been practicing your art of manifesting, right? I like the law of attraction. I've been seeing that that theme, that motif in a lot of places lately. I like it. But to me, I like the art of manifestation, It gives a kind of magic to what you do, that you are out here creating things. You're not just hoping that the good things come to you. You're out there making it happen. That's the fire energy. That's the Ace of Wands, okay? That's the Mercury energy. I think that you've been cultivating a connection with Spirit. I think you've been really trying to tune in to your psychic abilities, to your so-called supernatural sensitivities, okay? I think that even when you were a kid, you probably noticed that you could predict the next couple of seconds, Like you would just get this picture of you knew which way the bird was going to move or whatever, and then a second or two later it would happen. Or you knew what someone would say just a second or two before they said it. You probably still find yourself doing that in movies or with other people, at parties or with your family. And maybe people think it's kind of a silly trick or something, but for you it's just a reminder that there's something subtle that connects everyone and everything, right? It's this astral kind of realm that underlies everything. It's the space between the atoms where the pure spirit is just holding everything together and permeating everything, okay? And I think you like to dwell there. I think you like to kind of play with that energy a little bit, And, it might be an icebreaker at parties or something to kind of, to do something like that before somebody else says something, or if you're watching a movie or whatever. It's a silly example, but I think that's just a demonstration of how connected you are. I think everyone is connected, but I think that you have done the intentional work to refine the connection, okay? You probably are skilled with tarot or with any form of divination. You're probably good with astral journeying, scrying, with rituals and prayers of any kind. I think you have a very heightened sensitivity to those kinds of energies. And I think now is the perfect time for you to put them to good use, right? What do you want for your birthday? I think that what you really want is, you don't want any particular thing in general. You generally want the areas of your life that are a little bit low to be raised up, right? You want the people around you who might be struggling to be lifted up. I think you really, you have this, I was going to say a love for humanity, but that sounds kind of corny. I think you have a real concern for your fellow travelers, for your fellow sufferers, okay? I think that you're looking to change the world in ways that will have a direct impact on your loved ones, your friends, your family, your pets, your plants, You want everyone to have what they need. You want everyone to have abundance. You want everyone to be happy and healthy as much and as often as possible, right? So, for another corny cliche, what do you want for your birthday? You want world peace, right? You want an end to suffering. But we know that's kind of an unobtainable thing. As long as we have these, earthly bodies, and as long as we live in this kind of dualistic world, there's going to be suffering, There's no way around it. There's a way through it, perhaps, or over it, but not around it. But you want to have an impact. You want to make a difference in someone's life, even if just local. You want to change the world, yes, but you're going to start locally, right? Friends, family, pets, plants. And I think that is, I think that's a wonderful, birthday wish, you know? So we see the Two of Discs here. I don't know if I said what that card was. Two of Discs. We want to have an impact, right? We want to be at least an influence of change in some way, even if it's a very tiny, tiny way. We want to contribute, right? Now, underneath everything, we've got this Fire of Air. We've got the Knight of Swords. This could be a very, very fast-moving opportunity for you. I think maybe this is something that you're already kind of riding on the back of. This knight, this horse, you're kind of on the wings of this dragon already. I think something happened in your life. There was a major change for you where you kind of feel now that you have an obligation to give back. Maybe you had some very, I would say good luck. I don't know if I believe in luck. But you had a very good experience, maybe in career, maybe, in some aspect of your life. Things have been going pretty well. Okay. You've been provided an opportunity that maybe you feel very blessed to have been afforded. And now I think you want to give back. So I see this Knight of Swords here. This is kind of the fast-moving and unexpected roller coaster that your life has become. And maybe I'm exaggerating, But I think that you're kind of going in a direction now that you never really expected. It all just kind of came together, and here you are, right? And I think a large part of that is your Magician energy. It is this Ace of Wands, Ten of Pentacles energy. That is, I think now it's rising to a peak right now. I think it's been happening maybe for several years, but it's kind of reaching a culmination now. So it's even more important for you to figure out how you want to utilize it. Now, that's the important thing. Because in the immediate future, this is the Moon energy. This is the Moon card, 18th mystery of the tarot. This is tomorrow. Tomorrow is dark. Tomorrow is scary. Tomorrow is unknown. Tomorrow is confusion. Right? We feel this wonderful energy right now. We know we want to change the world. We're riding on this dragon. We have this magical power that's ours. Tomorrow, it's all completely dark. It's all confusion and chaos. Okay? So what we need is to prepare for tomorrow. Right? And the way we do that is to remember that we are this sun down here, that this beetle, this scarab of transformation is slowly rolling to the horizon. Okay? Tomorrow doesn't have to be dark and scary and chaos and confusion. If we bring the light of our spiritual awareness with us and don't get lost in any of this, then we'll see a clear path in front of us. We'll see what's what tomorrow. Okay? And that's why I say we need clarity of vision. Here is the Queen of Swords. It's in the position of your environment. This is kind of like saying, if tomorrow's environment is uncertain, it's not looking very hopeful, it's confusing, it's chaos, it's dark, it's very, very dim at least. We need to do what we can now to try to brighten up that future, right? And, in some ways, yes, we can say the future is kind of dark, It's dimly lit in that we can't really see what is coming in the future. And there's even kind of a growing consensus that it's not going to be that great, right? Environmental stuff and whatever. But we can do what's within our power now to to help brighten that future, even if just locally, with our pets, plants, our people. So we've been given this new opportunity. We've gotten on the back of this dragon. Let's use this not to get carried away into the Seven of Cups, but to rise even higher so that we can see our environment clearly, right? We can rise above the kind of darkness, and we can get a bird's eye view of what's going on, okay? Because all of this magical ability that you have, why is the Seven of Cups in your general energy, right? This is kind of indulging in this power, right? Being seduced by all of this magical ability, using it just for self-indulgence, right? Using it to just to manifest whatever your petty desires are of the day, right? Which, yeah, sure. I mean, let's do that. It's your birthday after all. But what I think you really want to do is to be able to see a little bit into this future state of your life, your future, the future of the world as well. And be a positive influence in some way, even if it's just a little tiny way. Okay. So with all of this really wonderful energy, the only kind of bummer here is the Seven of Cups, you know, because we could get stuck there. This is the flypaper that's gonna really just kind of nab this this dragonfly that we're on, and we're gonna get stuck down here. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen. And I think the first line of defense against that is to just be aware that it's possible, you know. So we have that clarity that we're looking for, to see what's really happening in our environment, to be aware of the people around us, what's going on in our lives right now, and what the future might look like for us and for our loved ones, our communities. What we don't want is the Eight of Swords. And this is, I said at the beginning, how we always had this kind of swords energy in your reading, at least the last few times, I think. This is something that we don't want. This is you getting so wrapped up in maybe thoughts about the future that we're not taking any action now in the present. Okay, so we don't want the Eight of Swords. We don't want to be ensnared by all of this worry or this analysis or this overthinking it. Okay, the problem with me doing tarot readings is that I have to talk about these energies. I can't just give them to you or show them to you, right? It's requiring me to talk about that, and that itself is the problem. Too much thinking and talking and discussing this, that we get wrapped up in all of this air, and it's just like we're wrapped up in barbed wire, and we don't move. Every movement is agony, you know. So we don't want that, and you don't want that. It's in the position of what we don't want. It's the fear, it's the worry, it's the obstacle, is to get a clarity of vision. We have to think about the future, but we don't want to overthink it, right? So it's kind of a delicate balance. We want to avoid the snare of the Eight of Swords. What we do want, though, is this wonderful fountain of beautiful water, love, energy, abundance. This is affection. This is real joy and bliss that I think fills you up. And this is what you want to extend to other people. I really hope the mystery card's the Six of Cups. That would be absolutely perfect. Because I feel like, even though, yes, it's your birthday, I feel like you're filled with such a generous, loving energy that you want to do things for other people, right? You want to alleviate their suffering. You want to celebrate with others. You feel such a joy that you can't help but share it, you know. And this is the card that says, look, even though, yeah, the future is dimly lit, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but we've got this ability now to make a difference right now. So let's enjoy it, let's use it, let's share it, let's be kind to each other, right? That's what you want for your birthday. I want to check out that mystery card. Thank you, Lizard, for helping us out with that. The Six of Cups is really what I would like to see. I don't know that this is going to be that. No, this is the Justice card. Justice or adjustment. This is the Libra energy, the balance, the scales. I think that this is very important, and this maybe is something that Cancer does kind of need to keep in mind. Not to go too much in this creative, selfish energy, maybe where we're manifesting things for ourselves, where we kind of get stuck in this water energy. We get stuck to the flypaper because we're indulging in ourself too much. But then don't go the other way where we're giving too much. Right? We need to find a nice balance, because I think that one thing Cancer can do, and you probably can attest to this, is that you can give so much that it leaves little left for you. Okay? I think that's something that Cancer is prone to, something that you can run into. So we need to have balance. We need to be the judge of our own life, right? We need to judge our own behaviors, judge our own energies. This creative energy that you have, this magical power that is really yours right now, can change the future, right? Just these cards alone, the Magician, the Ace and the 10, and that Moon energy, you have the magical power to change the future. Acting today to change tomorrow. Well, you have to be a pretty wise, sagely person to know how to do that and know what to do. What do you do today that's going to benefit tomorrow? I hear a ringing. Do you hear a telephone? I don't know what that is. Anyway, I don't have a landline. I just have my mobile phone. Anyway, we have to be the judge of our own kind of behavior. We have to have the discernment to be able to weigh the options, what we're manifesting, what we're doing with this, all of this creative energy right now. It's tremendous. So what are we doing with it right now that's going to benefit us and our loved ones tomorrow, right? One thing I want to do is consult the I Ching. Okay, these are 64 cards with 64 hexagrams, and they represent the wisdom of the ancient Chinese sages and their connection with spirit or with source. So I'm curious what kind of advice we might be able to draw out of the I Ching. And I know this isn't the traditional method of casting a hexagram, but I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. Maybe one day we can do a full video where I can demonstrate the Yarrowstock method and we can cast a traditional hexagram. But for now, these cards will have to suffice. Let's take a look at one for today and see. Maybe it won't apply at all to this situation. Maybe it will. 51, shock. This is thunder over thunder. It says creating success. Shock comes, fear and terror, laughing words, shrieking and yelling. Shock spreads, fear for 100 miles. Someone does not lose the sacred ladle and libation. Okay. On the back it says, shock stirs and shakes you up, spreading fear and hysteria. Suddenly everyone is reacting to their own strong emotions and those of others. Hold on to what you most value and keep it safe through the upheaval. Never lose your connection with the creative power that remains constant and true through the storms. What must change and what will continue? So, first of all, I think the last there, the what must change, what must continue, is kind of the work of this justice or adjustment card. Right? Learning to weigh things against our own kind of inner truth, right? What needs to change? What needs to stay? What do I need more of? What needs to go, right? So I think that's an important piece of wisdom for us, especially when we have all of these resources now. You've got this creative force within you that is really at your disposal. How are we going to utilize it, right? Now, the shock here is from the double thunder and lightning, right? It's just a very loud thunderclap, but you've got such poise, you've got such calm and such equilibrium that it doesn't startle you. It uses the the illustration of using the sacred ladle and the libations, like you're pouring yourself a drink and this really loud explosion happens outside, but you're not disturbed at all. You don't spill a drop, right? You don't lose your composure at all. So this is kind of, we've taken a turn into the thinking about the future, right? This future may be a shock. It may be startling to think of it. But we have to maintain our balance and our composure. Now, the Justice card is all about composure, right? It doesn't matter what crimes come before the judge has to remain composed, professional, stoic, right? Doesn't show emotion, isn't shaken, isn't rocked by anything that comes before it, right? It's always calm, cool, and collected. And I think that's the best way for you to handle this Ace of Wands power that you have. This is almost like the shock too, right? And with this Magician Mercury energy, this is kind of the electricity too. So this is kind of like, these two cards here really, to me, are the thunder and the lightning, right? So having this type of energy in your life right now, that may be delivering the shock to you. And we have to maintain our composure in order to be discerning and to really judge accurately and with wisdom what we're going to do with this abundance, with this time that we have, with this spirit that we have. Very interesting reading. Very interesting reading. It says, hold on to what you most value. And I think that's a really good message too, because I feel like you value your loved ones, you value, people, your pets, your plants, your people. And that's why we want to contribute. We want to feel like we've made some sort of difference in someone's life somewhere, right? That's what you value. So we can't get stuck in this flypaper down here, right? We've got to hold on to what we value. Anyway, Cancer, we're going to do an extended reading. If you would like to stick around for that, just click on the link that's up here in the corner. That'll give you access to every extended reading, not just for Cancer, but for every zodiac sign. I want to thank you for taking this journey with me. This was a good one. I want to thank you for being here, for watching these readings. Thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.